Hi English literature learners. Are you preparing for BGTRB English exam? Then these MCQs are for you. These MCQs have been taken from the play Every Man and His Humour by Ben Jonson. This drama has been given in BGTRB syllabus under Unit 1 in the drama section. First question. What literary concept central to Johnson's play posits that human behavior is governed by the balance of four bodily fluids? The theory of humours. Johnson used this physiological theory to create characters dominated by a single exaggerated personality trait. Next question is, which character in the play embodies the humor of pathological jealousy? Kitely. Kitely is a merchant whose life is consumed by the irrational fear that his wife is being unfaithful. In the 1601 revised version of the play, where is the setting moved to from Florence? London. Johnson moved the setting to London to make the satire more immediate and relevant to this English audience. What role does Brainworm play in the structure of the plot? The clever servant. Brainworm acts as the architect of the play's many deceptions, moving the action forward through disguises. Next question is, which top character type does Captain Bobadil represent? The Miles Gloriosus. Bobadil is a classic Drakkart soldier who speaks of great deeds but is easily intimidated in reality. Next question is, why does Stephen, the country girl, wish to cultivate a melancholy disposition to appear fashionable? During the Elizabethan era, melancholy was often performative and is seen as a sign of a refined scholarly mind. Next question is, Justice Clement is best described by which personality trait? Eccentric and jovial. Clement is a lover of fun and manners, ultimately rewarding those who show wit rather than dullness. Next question is, what is the primary motivation for the elder noble's actions in the play? To monitor his son's morality. Noble intercepts a letter to his son and follows him to London to ensure he isn't being corrupted. Next question is, which character is the town girl who plagiarizes poetry to impress others? Matthew. Matthew is a pretender who steals verses from Marlowe and others, passing them off as his own. Next question is, in Johnson's theory, what happens to a character who has a humor? They are driven by an obsession. Johnson defines humor as a peculiar quality that draws all of a person's affects to run one way, which disguise is not one used by Brainworm during the play, is Spanish brandy. Brainworm uses various disguises, but Spanish brandy is not part of his repertoire in this play. Next question is, what is the outcome for characters like Bobadil and Matthew at the end of the play? They are publicly humiliated and exposed. Justice Clement forces them to acknowledge their follies and destroys Matthew's plagiarized poems. How does Ben Jonson adhere to the unities in the play? The action occurs in a single day. Johnson strictly follows the unity of time, ensuring the plot unfolds within a roughly 24-hour period. Next question is, what does Sidley believe his clerk Cash is doing, helping his wife commit adultery? In his jealousy frenzy, Sidley suspects everyone, including his loyal clerk, of being a go between for his wife. Which character is the sister of Kitely and becomes the romantic prize of Edward Noble? Bridget. Bridget is Kitely's sister. She eventually marries Edward Noble at the end of the play. What is Cobb's profession in the play? A water bearer. Cobb provides a low comedy perspective and is a water bearer, a common lower class job in London. The prologue to the play is famous for Jonson's criticism of which contemporary theatrical practice absurd and unrealistic spectacles. Jonson mocked the use of fireworks and monsters like Shakespeare's use of years passing in a single play. How does Brainbaum deceive the elder Noel into believing he is helping him by promising to lead him to his son? Disguised as Bitsword, he takes Noel's money to spy on Edward while actually misleading him. Next question is, why is Captain Bobadil eventually beaten by Downright? Because he is a coward in a real fight. Despite his signs of defense talk, Bobadil freezes when faced with actual violence from the plain spoken Downright. What happens to Matthew's verses at the end of the play? They are banned by Justice Clement. Clement bans the bad, stolen poetry as a symbolic purging of the city's bad taste. Which of these fluids is not one of the four humours? Adrenaline. Adrenaline is a modern scientific concept. The humours were blood, film, yellow pile, and black pile. Next question is, what is the primary function of Wilfred in the play? To introduce the girls to the witty circle. Wilfred lives in Kylie's house and invites his friends there, bringing the different social worlds together. Next question is, in the play, what is the humor of Stephen? Foolish imitation and social climbing. Stephen is a girl who tries to mimic the fashions of the town without understanding them. Justice Clement's decision to forgive Brainbaum is based on what criteria? Brainbaum's superior wit and ingenuity. Clement values cleverness and creativity above rigid social or legal rules. Next question is, which playwright style was Jonson explicitly trying to counter with this comedy of humours, the romantic and fantastical comedy of his peers? Jonson wanted to move away from romantic comedies like some of Shakespeare's early work toward a more realistic satirical mode. 25 questions are over with this. We can continue the remaining questions in the next part. I hope it will be helpful for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned to this channel to expand your knowledge of English literature.